Operation Finale. Action. So Operation Finale tells a story about a group of Jews from Israel who go to Argentina to capture someone who they believe to be Adolf Eichmann, the guy who orchestrated the final solution. That's what they call it. And they have to go there, they master this plan on how they're going to capture him, and once they capture him, they have to figure out how to get him out of the country. But they have to get like a permit, and then they have to get this guy to sign a letter saying that he's willing to leave, and then they have to get his ass out before the locals arrive who are supporting this Nazi. And that's what this movie's about from beginning to end. You got Nick Kroll, who's known for being a comedian, but he doesn't have any comedic aspect in this movie. It's not funny. It's not supposed to be funny, but actually this movie does take a tonal shift. It just goes from a serious movie to a complete weird fucking comedy, and where I was just like, it felt weird because I wasn't prepared for it. They had this guy in captivity for weeks just trying to get him to sign this fucking letter, and he won't. So they have to watch him take shits, and they're in the restroom with him, and he's farting. It was just very odd. The acting across the board was good, and I'm not sure if this person, I didn't look it up, but I think this one girl was that one French girl from Inglourious Basterds. She looked like her. I didn't look it up because I'm lazy. But don't go into this movie thinking you're going to see a lot of subtitles, even though there's Hebrew-speaking people and German-speaking people and Spanish-speaking people. This movie is 99% English. But other than that, what can I say about this movie? I don't know. It was boring. Very boring. Like, this is a story that was just meant to be told on paper. This movie didn't have enough to offer to make it a full-length movie. It was just boring. No interesting characters whatsoever, in my opinion. You just had some guys who were like, let's just kill him. Let's not capture him. And the other ones were like, no, we have to capture him. And that's it. This movie is just 2 hours too long. This should have been a 90-minute movie, and it just did not deserve to be 2 hours long. They could have wrapped it up quicker. They tried to like add this they tried to create this like backstory between these two characters that like used to date, but they didn't really explore it further. They didn't really touch details on what happened there. I don't know. They're just like, oh, we have a rough past, and then like that's it. I just felt like that was unnecessary. It was just stupid. I didn't get it. It had nothing to do with the plot. Did nothing for the plot. It's not like the captor saw them and then tried to use that as their weakness to get them to get angry or something. I had a very hard time paying attention to this movie because assholes were in the theater, and it put me in a very shady, dark mood. Every 2 minutes, I heard a fucking gag reflex, burping, farting, and someone adding a comment about what was happening in the movie. Oh, wow, oh. And then there's two people all the way to my right who just kept fucking leaving over and over and over again with their chairs, and now like have to go back and forth, and they just kept making that fucking noise, that mechanical sound. I just want to punch them in their fucking face. And now they got these little fucking tables in front of you when you go to the theater that are supposed to put for your popcorn or something. I had to use mine to block the light coming from some cunt's cell phone in front of me. This old fucking bitch. This text message from your granddaughter about how she just got her first phone because her parents are terrible is not fucking important. Put your cell phone away, okay? I don't get people. Put the fucking cell phone back at your house, alright? Keep it there. It's not important. As if this movie wasn't boring enough, I had to sit through all of that. And then the occasional crinkle, and the chewing, and the gag reflexes, because they're all fucking old. I was the youngest person in that theater. But do I recommend this movie for the average person? No, it was not an interesting story. They didn't do a good job telling it. I didn't feel suspense. Like, there was no suspenseful moments, really. Maybe one. Nothing. This movie wasn't suspenseful, wasn't scary, was supposed to be scary. It was funny when it wasn't supposed to be. This movie was just supposed to be a true storyteller, right? Well, the story they chose to tell was boring. They didn't do anything to make it interesting and worth making it a movie for. The movie sucked. My experience sucked. And therefore, when it comes to Operation Finale, I say this movie is just fucking wasted time. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this movie and the cocksucking assholes who went to go see it. Did you see Operation Finale? How was your theater experience when you saw it? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you want to see more Rant-tastical awesome content, you can do so by clicking on my beautiful face in 5 seconds. And until next time, auf Wiedersehen.